video in this Christmas challenge that we have at English Mart.
Welcome everyone. Hi, thanks for joining us. So today we're going to have a conversation. And what are we going to talk about?
About the recent things that happened in our lives, these changes that we all had.
So we thought it could be a great idea to give you guys some tips and ideas to help us stay happy and well emotionally, spiritually, physically during this challenging time of life, you know? And also Michelle mentioned before we started filming how grateful we are. Do you want to tell the students why we're grateful to them and some comments about that before we give our tips?
Well, of course, this last year it was hard for everyone because our life changed, and with that changing, we had the online classes, and we are grateful because it was a really challenge for all of us, for the teachers, for the students. So it was cool to be, right now we are able to connect and see the students and being close to them, even though this huge situation. But I'm just grateful for that, for having Danny in my life, this beautiful job that I have, the students. So thank you guys. We love you.
We are very proud of you all. Thank you for your commitment, your consistency, your dedication, your flexibility. I think we've all learned this year that we're adaptable and that we can face anything, you know? And thank God we have families like the one at English Mart that we as a team feel like our second family, and you guys are part of that family. So thank you for being patient with us and yourselves with sometimes the failing of the network, of the internet, the computer, the phones, the formats, etc. It can go on forever, the list, but the point of today's video is to inspire you. It's one of my favorite words, inspiration, inspire. So the reason we came up with this idea was because we want to give you tools to help you feel better. If you have a bad day, if you're feeling down, if you're feeling a little depressed, frustrated with the situation. So Michelle's going to give you some ideas first. Go ahead,
Yes,
Michelle.
of course. Well, me as a nutritionist, I think it's very important to always try to eat well, stay healthy. So include your vegetables every once in a while, always. And always try to stay active, to do some exercise. Sometimes it's hard, sometimes you don't have the time or the energy to work out, and of course we have bad days, but try to make it like a daily,
A habit, no?
like a habit, exactly, like a lifestyle. And of course, the other tip that I have is to take one day at a time. We have good days, bad days, and just feel that.
Take it one day at a time. I think that's a fantastic tip. From the beginning, when we started online, it was really hard for me, like probably many of us. And that was what got me through, especially in the beginning of the lockdown. It was one day at a time, one day at a time. What you can't handle, don't worry about tomorrow or yesterday, those are gone. All you have is right here and right now. So we thank you a lot for joining us. And one tip that I just wanted to add to Michelle's amazing list. So she talks about a balanced diet. So remember, it's important to eat nutritional food because it helps our immune system. And so if our body's strong, it's more likely that we'll fight off any kind of illness, okay? So even a general cold or whatever, if you're eating well, you'll have a better immune system. And exercising is fantastic also because if you get tired, you're gonna have a good sleep. Whereas maybe if you're just not doing too much and you're not so active, it'll be harder to sleep. And sleep is super important too, as part of our balance in life. And one day at a time. And finally, one tip that I like to mention that I do with myself is to look for something that makes you happy. What makes you happy? Growing up, I used to attend some meetings, and at the end of the meeting, we would always say what we were happy about. And that was so amazing. We do it in our classes often too. We always ask our students, why are you happy today? Because it's always good to focus on the positive things in life. Because if we focus on the negative gets bigger. Focus on the positive, hopefully the positive gets bigger. And I would say the same for problems and solutions. It would be another tip from me to you, from the bottom of my heart. If you focus on a problem, just all you're doing is making the problem grow and grow and grow. But if you focus on finding a solution, I think that's a much better use of your energy. So what makes you happy? And I was telling Michelle at the beginning that one of the things that makes me really happy is music. And it depends, like it could be music from back in the day from when I was growing up with my parents. It can be music that my daughter listens to because she has an amazing playlist. She should be a DJ. And she listens to really cool music that I like, thank God. And it just makes me feel happy. It cheers me up. It makes me feel like dancing sometimes, and dancing makes me happy. So what makes you happy? Maybe it could be taking a nap, cooking, reading a book, watching Netflix, doing nothing. Whatever makes you happy, try and find that thing and do it. Just do it, like Nike says. So thanks for joining us. Did you like, this is called a bun. I have to do a vocabulary word in the video.
That's a bun.
Kayla always tells me that I have cool buns. So this is my bun. I have my hair in a bun today for you if you wanted to know. Chongo in English is bun, B-U-N. And at teaching moments, you also use hamburger buns and hot dog buns. When you have a hamburger, the bread is called a hamburger bun, and the bread for a hot dog is a hot dog bun.
So that is a homo
graph.
Very good.
Thank you, Michelle. One word has more than one meaning, no? Fantastic. So thank you for joining us.
Thanks. Guys, can you please write in the comments what makes you feel happy? What are your tips? Do you have some advice, like to spend this lockdown?
Right. Suggestions, ideas, advice. Look at all that vocabulary. We're killing it today.
Fist bump.
We love you guys. Thanks for joining us. Have a beautiful Sunday.